Well, for once you're taking things at a tolerable pace. I don't think I've ever seen you nurse a martini for quite so long. How does it feel not to bullet train your way through life, eh? You who've wolfed down the most succulent of meals, who've inhaled cigars so fiercely that they took no longer than the time that the virgins who rolled them between their thighs took to make them, eh? That's what you believed. Huh? That sort of greed comes from a childhood of deprivation. Suppose I was luckier than you were. I never really wanted for anything, apart from a flicker of paternal warmth.
But you look particularly ashen.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Come and join us and have a drink. I was just having a drink with E, who what raised me. We are having a bon voyage bevy, as you can see.
Ian, I know you and your father had some unfinished business. Are you sure this is the way you want to handle it?
No. There's nothing wrong, darling. We're just, you know, having a little... It's a Father's Day celebration. The old dustbin and I were, you know, he's all warm and nostalgic. Well, he's recently warm anyway.
I really don't want you to do this all alone.
Well, no, I'm not alone. I have, my father and I.
Look, I'll go with you, okay, on this mission?
You're like a brother to me. In-law. Well, no, not in-law. Brother outlaw. How's that,
Let's just say you're my business partner, and I want to make sure you're okay, especially since you just inherited $6 billion.
Good man, yes. Good man, all right. There's mud in your eye.
Oh, Ian, it's so wonderful to see you with your dad like this. Hello.
Hello.
You loved him in spite of all that harsh stuff that happened right before his untimely and horrible death, didn't you? You know, the first time my Carlo died, I spent almost all my time with his ashes. It made me feel very close to him.
Father, were you planning on popping up anytime soon? Well.
Oh, well. They're questioning Patrick Thornhart.
Patrick? As what? As a suspect or a witness?
A suspect. I'm as shocked as you. Well, we all saw him assault Guy right here at the palace, and then I saw him run away right before the explosion. Do either of you mind?
No, please.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
I wish it were anyone but Patrick. Well, can I help you with, take care of the remains of Guy Armitage?
No, but you're so kind. Thank you. No, I would like that pleasure all to myself. I would like to do this one last thing for dear Guy. Plus, I have the support of these good people. Oh, yes. So, come along, Father. Goodbye, Alex.
Goodbye. Rest in peace.
Yes.
Patrick never would have done that.
Well, if he did, let's hope he did it for political reasons, because that way, Guy's life will have some meaning. Because, frankly, otherwise, I don't think it does.
Oh, come on, Ian, you're not that cold.
Oh, yes, I am.
I thought you hated those, Hank.
I do.
You don't really think that Patrick killed Guy Armitage now, do you?
Oh, don't I? I've seen the evidence, buddy. Get used to it.
Yeah. As soon as I recuperate from this meeting over at Ace's house. Do you have any idea how much I do not want to go to that?
Now, come on. It'll do you some good. Give you some time to digest this news about Thornhart.
Yeah. You are all heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know that?
Hold on. Yes?
Drew Buchanan's here for the commissioner. Sir?
Fine.
All right. All right, send him in.
Listen, let's keep this whole Armitage business just between us, okay?
Hey. Well, hey. What do you have here? Let me see that. Ooh. Hecho en Cuba. Only the best for my dad. Well, is anything legal in Llanview? Mr. Gann, I suppose you've heard about Tennessee. Yeah, that I did. Well, I'm a different person now, sir. I've embarrassed my family. I hope you won't hold my past against them. Yeah, well, listen, I've got a staff meeting, so you guys are welcome to use my office. And, hey, Bo, you know where to find the chips.
You're all heart, Hank.
Happy Father's Day.
And, happy Father's Day to you, Dad.
Where'd you get those?
Oh, I know a guy. I tried to do this through Nora, but she chewed me out good. She said if I wanted to fix things, I needed to come to you myself. And she was right. Even though the last time I tried, it didn't work very well. I think Grandpa made things a little difficult.
Oh, just a mite.
I want to apologize, Dad. Even though I really don't know how. So what do you say we break the seal and try to work things out? What do you say, Dad?
I don't know what to do. Anything I say will open Pandora's box.
The box is open. The nightmares and the demons are out. Is there any truth in what Bo said? That Mr. Keneally knows something about your
Since
past?
when is Thomas Keneally a lodestone of the truth?
Even if it leads away from it, he opened the box. It's out. Please, just tell me.
Just tell you. You think it's that simple?
It is that simple. Please, tell me. Were you involved in a political
I don't want
bomb
to
in your
discuss it
family?
anymore, please. Anything I say will drag you down with me.
You pulled me into your life in Ireland. I chose to be with you. I thought that meant that we shared everything about each other. Does that mean something different with you? I mean, did you not make that commitment to me?
I did.
Don't you trust me with this?
I trust you with my life. But I put you in a terrifying position, and I don't want to do that anymore.
You don't have to protect me. Please, just enlighten me. Because nothing scares me more than not knowing. Tell me.
I want to tell you, Margaret. There are so many secrets here. Secrets that have turned into terrors. I grew up on the other side of the hill from Whiting.
Lord Whiting.
Yes. The man who abandoned my sister when he got her pregnant. I wanted him to pay for what he did to my sister. Granny never stood a chance with that cold-hearted bastard. She went to his bed like a lamb to slaughter. And she was kind. There was no guile in her, no malice. Even when she was laying there dying, she tried to explain to me why he turned his back on her. And she died believing that he had tried to be more honorable. That even then, he was coming for her.
I don't believe I've ever felt that innocence in my life.
Innocence, yes. See, Grania believed in the simple pleasures of life, the collar of a foxglove on the side of the road, full of respect and kindness. I remember one time we walked out of our way about, I don't know, a mile and a half because there was this timid old man who wasn't too steady on his feet. And Grania insisted that anywhere he was going was right on our way. Missed my football match as well.
What happened with Whiting after she died?
I found him at a steeplechase practice. He was running horses into the ground. The man couldn't even acknowledge that he couldn't even acknowledge that he knew her name. But he said he was sorry, and he would certainly vote against abortion.
What did you do?
Oh, I did what any self-respecting and mature 17-year-old would do. I went to the bar, I went to the pub, and I got drunk. And the lads was there. My best friend Liam was there. And he asked me what was wrong. And I told him about Grania.
He knew your sister.
Yeah. He was mad for her. You know, when we were 12 and she was 14, he bought a Virgin Mary ring for her at a stall at the church on a Sunday. But she couldn't accept it. She said it wouldn't be proper. He was destroyed when he found out that she was dead. He got drunk. And he came for me early the next morning. He said, Pat, I don't care how bloody hungover you are. He said, we need to go to her grave. We need to go now. And we did. And, you know, he still had her ring. He kept it this whole time, and he took it out, and he buried it in her grave. I'd known the man since I was 6 years old, and I'd never seen him cry. Never did. I'm sorry. Oh.
What about Whiting?
Liam said that there was something we could do to avenge her death.
You know, there's a few things that have been bothering me. Drew, you mind if we have a little chat about them?
Is no one of the multiple choice answers?
No.
Let's do it.
You scammed a lot of money from a lot of people down there in Signal Mountain. And then when the posse was on to you, you bolted. You left your mother there to clean up after you. And she even had to pay blackmail money to keep you out of jail.
Now, I'm trying to pay her back now that I'm working for Asa. She won't cash the checks.
And that brings up the next issue. Working for Asa.
Isn't that the Buchanan way? Work for the family?
Drew, from what I've seen, your moral foundation, just a little bit shaky. And Asa has a code of ethics that would scare the fins off a shark. And plus, he can be quite an influence, you know, whether you're of the mind to be influenced or not. And you are.
Come on, he's not the devil out to steal my soul. In Signal Mountain's a long time ago. I've grown up since then.
I want to tell you just a little bit about the old man. Okay, if you took a Tibetan monk over to his place, he would find a way to corrupt the guy because he just has a gift. And you, someone like you, you're not even all the way cooked yet. You know, much as you like to think you are. So, hell, son, you don't even have a fighting chance.
How can you say that about your own father?
Oh, I love the old man. I do. With all my heart. I love him. I even respect some of his accomplishments.
Must have been something growing up around him.
Remember the first time he ever put me up on a pony? His hands practically went all the way around my waist. I was sitting up there, I felt like I had this huge beast, you know, under me, just stomping around. But I wasn't scared. I wasn't nervous at all because I had my daddy there holding on to me.
Memories like that, I can't think of one.
Yeah. Well, the point is, the way Asa conducts himself in his business, it isn't quite the way that the rest of civilization does it. You know, and it's true. I wasn't there to teach you when you were growing up, but I can tell you, right now, Just because you love Asa doesn't mean you have to be Asa. You try to mold yourself into his image, Drew, you're going to have a very rough time. And you can't buy yourself out every time you fall in.
Why not? I mean, if you got the money...
No, whoa. You're not really going to ask me that now, are you?
Isn't that the way the world goes around?
No. No, not for the rest of us, thank God.
I went to Grandpa for help, and that's exactly what he did. Help me. Is that wrong?
Oh, yeah, he helped you, all right. He sure did. You know, when my department checked on your records down there in Tennessee, we couldn't find anything on Drew Buchanan or Travis Bream. Now, isn't that amazing? And then the telephone records of Kelly Kramer's 911 call the night of the accident vanished. See, I can recognize Ace's handiwork when it's right there laughing at me. Subtle, he ain't. Effective, you bet. Wrong? Way wrong.
I guess that's how you feel. But ever since I came here, he's the one person that made me feel like I belong.
Yeah, Bo, Oh, howdy, Drew.
Hey, Uncle Clint.
I was thinking that we might, swing by Ace's together. Want to go with us, Drew?
Thanks, but I'm going to go over to Grandpa's and see if he needs me for anything. That's for you.
You know, Drew, Nora hates cigars anyway. I can't smoke them here at the office, so, I appreciate the gesture.
Sure. Sorry.
I'll see you there, Drew.
Okay.
Okay. What did I interrupt? And how sorry should I be?
No, I'm grateful, you know. It's like pulling teeth trying to get through to that kid.
What is?
Oh, I'm just trying to repair his shredded moral fiber. You know, the last time that we had one of those family slugfests, you came down on me pretty hard for ignoring my son and allowing Asa to pollute his moral system.
Yep. I sure did.
You were right. You know how much I hate having to say that? I should have handled the whole thing differently. I guess I should have just heaped all that fatherly affection on him, you know, and maybe taken him to a few ball games, even smoked a few stogies, but I didn't. I couldn't.
Look, Bo, our kids make their own decisions. There's precious little we can do about it. And all that nature versus nurture stuff. The fact is, some kids have rotten parents, and they come out of it just fine. And some kids have model parents, and they disappoint them constantly.
Look at us. look who our father is. Huh? I don't think either one of us turned out much like him.
No, but you ask him, and he'll tell you. He'll tell you that we're just a crushing disappointment to him. You ever read Peter DeVries?
No.
Well, he said, there are times when parenthood seems like nothing but feeding the mouth that bites you. What do you say we go chew on the old man for a while, huh?
How can I help you today?
I would like to send this package to London. Any way at all but first class. Perhaps you have some sort of, rowboat rate.
What about freight?
Freight sounds wonderful. Thank you very much.
I am up to my ears with overseas packages today. Father's Day gift.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Huh? It will be really late if you send the standard.
Oh, I don't think I really can.
Uh-huh.
Here you go.
Oh, you missed the blank on the form. Contents. Customs is going to open it anyway. It's what they live for.
It's, ashes. It's ashes.
Ashes like a fireplace?
No, ashes, like in cremains.
Cremains. Like, human remains? You cannot send human remains through the mail without a permit.
Yes, but what if he really wasn't human?
Next in line.
Let's try that.
In it goes, in it goes. Whoa, whoa, hey, no way.
No.
It'd be so much simpler.
No, Colin. No, this is what we'll do. We'll go scatter him somewhere.
You mean over the Atlantic? That way his bits will wash up on the coast of England and Ireland. That way sunbathers can happily trample on him.
Yeah, this is a great idea. Let's do it. Come
I just hope the press doesn't get hold of this, turn him into a martyr. I'd hate to have him seen to be represented in a sympathetic light while Patrick is being vilified. Onward!
Liam said that he and two of the other lads in the village had organized, if you want to call it that. And Whiting was one of their targets because of who he was and what he stood for. And he said I could help because I knew some of the kids that grew up in Whiting's household. So he asked my chums, and they had no problem telling me his schedule, where he was going to be. In particular, that he was to motor up the River Shannon on his yacht the following week. Back to Liam, I told him. And I volunteered to drive him down to the docks in Uncle Callan's car, which I was always welcome to borrow.
You drove him to the yacht?
Sure did. I drove him and a small package. Crude bomb that the lads and Liam had thrown together. What a drive. Drive from hell. There's bumps in the road, you know, and I hit everyone. Thought it was going to blow us to smithereens. I didn't. We got to the wharf around 2 a.m. I stayed in the car, and Liam took the bomb and went onto the main deck. Said he would hide it there. It would do the most damage.
Patrick?
The bloody thing blew up in his hands. And the blast threw overboard two of the crew members and killed Lord Whiting while he was sleeping. And blew Liam to bits. For never had.
Were you arrested?
Oh, no. The cell leaders, such as they were, took the heat of me as best they could. They deactivated me and sent me up to Dublin. Mark, I didn't know what to do. I thought of turning myself into the police, but yeah, that wouldn't bring Liam back. I wouldn't bring Lord Whiting back. I didn't care about that. So I went to university. I studied poetry and literature. After a few years, I was invited to teach at Trinity.
And that was it?
No. No, a few years, they wanted to reactivate me, and I said that I had enough of the violence, that it would make no bloody difference anyway. And then Siobhan died in my arms. And, I thought I could never get away from the violence, you know? The civil war that can't be won. That's it. Long and short of it. That's Thomas Kennedy's story. Now you know.
Now I know. You lied to me on Inniscrag when you said you were a physicist. Then you came back to America and you lied to me again. You're trying to blow me off so I wouldn't be implicated.
I had to protect you.
Remember when you were in jail? You were trying to drive me away, and you actually mocked yourself and me. You said, ah, Penny, brown Penny. Told me how there was this brick wall where you grew up, and if you rubbed a penny on it, it would shine like silver. And you said that's how you'd fooled me, that you shone like silver, but you were just a penny.
What can I say to you, Margaret?
Nothing you can say. But how can you tell truth from lies when you're so good at both of them? You didn't tell me about your relationship with your parents. You only told me about Grania when you absolutely had to. You say you trust me with your life, and yet you can keep these deep, dark secrets from me.
That's the last of them?
You told me that before, and now I find you're party to the death of two men.
I did what I did. And I'm trying to understand who I was then, who I am now. But ever since I met you, I know who I want to be.
I could never stop loving you. Not even if I tried, not for an instant. But what are you going to tell me next that's going to make me doubt my judgment? What else have you done that's going to test my faith and my love for you?
There are no more secrets. I am this penny, and this must be worth something. I swear to you all my life. No more secrets. You know everything.
How can I believe you? How can I believe you didn't kill Armitage?
Hey, no drinking or flying.
No, it's just for the road. Really, it's just a symbolic gesture, that's all. Well, I think this is about it, don't you think? And the old boy up to me. Thanks. This will be a pilot. Do it. There we are. Right. God, who'd have thought that he would have been such a dusty old... Not much of him left, really, is there? Are we really that insubstantial?
Yeah, our bodies are, but his soul's gone.
What soul?
Help that.
Good. All right. Now. Happy Father's Day, Father. Have a good trip.
One damn shame. My own son's newspaper rakes me over the coals about my waterfront project.
Here's some hard facts and figures from what this plan will do, land in general, and Angel Square in particular.
I am not the only one going to make a profit down there. I am creating hundreds of jobs, increasing the value of those dirt-poor properties.
Have you asked the residents of Angel Square where they plan to move once their property taxes go so high that they can't afford to live there anymore?
Well, how will they afford to live anywhere? I mean, if your mall is competing with all these little stores and takes them out of business.
Honey, if what they're selling has some value, and they got any business smarts, what's going to happen down there is that those businesses, like Carlotta's Diner, for example, will do even better.
Well, what about the people who won't be able to stay?
It's simple, Jesse. They sell their businesses, their homes, get a huge profit.
And go where?
Go anywhere they want. They'll all be rich. And Buchanan Enterprises will turn a profit for the shareholders. Now let's move along to something else. All this hogwash about Drew. You cut your boy off, Bo. And you slandered him. And he did it in your newspaper. He's a Buchanan. Give the kid a break. Any other time, any one of us could have bust down the corral fence and go wild. All I'm telling you is this. Freedom is one hell of a thing.
Then, Paul, why are you so hell-bent to take away from the residents of Angel Square?
I am going ahead with my project, Clint. And Drew is going with me. That's freedom. Our freedom. You say you may hate it, but you all showed up today, knowing we would be butting heads. Why? Because we are Buchanans. We're tied to something stronger and thicker than any rope they could throw around us. And finally, that's all I'm going to say today.
That's a wonderful thing, Paul. Family unity. It's a great principle. We all believe in it. But that doesn't give you some kind of automatic immunity. Whatever you do that affects the community, I've got to print it.
And if it's newsworthy, I'm going to write about it.
And if you break the law, I've got to bust you. And what do you got to do, little lady?
Just tell you this. If you really expect family unity, you have to make togetherness much easier.
Who is this person? That's my kid. Didn't mind.
Well, okay, I got it. Stay put, you two. You three.
Well, this is another fun mess you've gotten us into.
I didn't do it. He's responsible.
Do you even get at all how bizarre this is?
Of course I do, but I mean, at least it's slightly better than that typical pomp and circumstance we had at my other father's funeral.
I wish I knew what was really in your head.
Precious little, I'm afraid to say. I am completely numb.
You know, I suppose this could be construed as some sort of manic celebration. I guess I can understand that. I'm a little thrilled about you inheriting $6 billion myself. You know, is it an abortion?
No, I've got a big guy in mind.
No problem solved. Dirty to the cure.
Remarkably appropriate.
Seems to have clouded up there rather suddenly, hasn't it? I see the cloud and fall like rain.
Yeah.
What's that on the map? Oh, it's Baghdad. I get it. Yeah, it's very funny. Baghdad.
We need to wait.
I don't feel quite right about the bag thing.
What? You were going to throw him in a post office trash can.
I know, but things are up here. I mean, it won't scatter. You know what I mean?
How'd you like to have your teeth scattered?
All right. Just we need to wait. We'll just put the weight in the back, keep the back open. We'll let the drop. The actual flow will be fine, but we need to wait.
Fine.
Here's your flask.
What's up there?
Here. Oops. There, right.
What?
He was a yeah. Okay, look. Have a flight or a fall or whatever.
Rule, Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
You know, from where I stand, Bo and Clint, I don't have to make it easy on anyone. You all could have walked out any time you wanted. You chose to stay, no matter how tough it must have been.
Grandpa, I want to wish you a happy Father's Day.
Way to go, Drew. Get a good deal in these?
Your host.
That's my grandson. You pass those babies around. Well, there's only one thing to do with contraband Cuban cigars. They have to be destroyed by fire. And I'm not calling the ATF.
No, you know, they got a bad history with Texans.
You know, I'll take it off your hands if you're not going to smoke it.
The most ridiculous I've heard. You must have a brain with 4-year-old. I bet the 4-year-old was happy to get rid of it.
It's good that you took all those movies.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. Oh, no, thank you. That's where I draw the line on family unity.
If you tell me you didn't kill Guy, I should talk to you.
I did. I was camping with my beautiful fiancée.
But they're timers, and maybe you learned from Liam's mistake.
I learned from my own mistakes. I'm sorry. I swear to you, I had nothing to do with Guy Armitage's death. You can believe that or not.
I believe you. But we'll both. Newspapers, the judge, the jury.
We'll find out.